Did you know that each year, more than 1.1 billion ducks are raised in many different countries throughout the world? This is an astounding number, representing 3 times the population of the United States of America. This incredible journey starts with healthy flocks that are raised on large-scale farms, where they are cared for with great attention to detail and supported by processing facilities that are on the cutting edge of technology. As a consequence, the duck eggs are golden and full with nutrients, while the duck meat is delicious and soft. Due to the fact that it contains more omega-3 fatty acids than salmon and higher iron levels than industrial chicken, duck has earned the distinction of being a nutritional labyrinth, which is highly coveted by culinary connoisseurs all over the world. We invite you to join us today as we investigate some of the most cutting-edge processing factories in the world for duck meat and eggs, and we will reveal the secrets that lie behind this successful and rapidly expanding sector. The United States of America has acquired the reputation of the contemporary duck factory of the world, despite the fact that China is regarded as the duck capital of the world and is home to 97% of the world's duck population. By utilizing its enormous domestic market as a solid launching pad, the United States of America has propelled itself to the forefront as a major duck exporting empire. Notable farms such as Hudson Valley Foie Gras and Label Farms have contributed to this successful transformation. The sexual organ of the male duck is fashioned like a tightly coiled spring, and it may stretch up to 3 times the length of its body. This is an interesting and astonishing fact about the duck. It is possible for male ducks to quickly attract mates by using this one-of-a-kind weapon, demonstrating an astounding level of speed and adaptability to any and all climatic situations. In spite of the fact that duck flesh is a culinary delight, with its golden, crispy skin and seductive flavor, ducks are notoriously known to be among the most pungent birds in the poultry industry when they are in their natural habitat. As a result of the fact that their excrement includes up to 80% moisture, which easily releases ammonia aromas, farms are required to clean duck housing twice as frequently as they do for chicken housing. On the other hand, duck dung is also regarded as black gold in the agricultural industry. It is highly prized for its ability to enhance crops and improve fish ponds. Beginning their voyage, ducklings are sent to breeding farms, where each egg is meticulously picked to ensure that they are of the finest possible quality. Immediately following the selection process, the eggs are put into automated incubators after being placed in specialized incubation trays. The temperature inside is kept at a consistent level of approximately 37.5 degrees, and the lighting is adjusted to simulate the natural daylight cycle. This creates an atmosphere that is warm and appropriate for the eggs to develop in a manner that is both healthy and uniform. In the case that the temperature is not adequately maintained, either by being excessively high or excessively low in comparison to the standard, it has the potential to directly impact the development of the embryo, which may result in harm or prevent the egg from hatching. The ducklings begin to hatch approximately 28 days after the eggshell has been laid, and they do so by tapping the eggshell with their beaks before cautiously escaping. They take timid, shaky steps, but they are full of life. Their tiny eyes are peeking open every so often. It is a moment that is filled with enchantment and signifies the beginning of a brand new journey. Ducklings have a natural tendency to congregate in groups, with the purpose of familiarizing themselves with their environment and exploring. Vaccinations are administered to them not long after they hatch in order to protect their health and avoid infections from the very beginning of their lives. The poultry species that is most susceptible to avian influenza is the duck, which is the most susceptible species worldwide. As a consequence of this, the antibiotics and vaccines that are utilized undergo extensive research in order to guarantee a high level of efficiency in the prevention of dangerous diseases such as intestinal and avian flu. The health of the entire flock is protected due to this measure, which helps reduce the likelihood of outbreaks occurring. Ducklings who are in good health and meet the requirements are sorted and then sent to farms that specialize in raising ducklings. After being carefully packaged in transport containers, they are transported to sites that provide the most favorable conditions for childcare. The ducklings may be transferred to the farms by means of a boat, which will allow them to glide effortlessly over the water, or by means of specialized vehicles. Once they get at the farms, they will continue to be cared for and nurtured in order to develop strength and health. Immediately after being carried from the breeding farm in a secure manner, the ducklings are enthusiastically welcomed by the proprietors of the farm and then sent to a specialized care area. As the boats slowly come to a stop, the ducklings are carefully transferred into the areas that are designated for their care. They are brought up in an atmosphere that is continuously monitored to ensure that they have the best possible growth and well-being. Ducklings are released into vast enclosures at traditional farms, where they are allowed to roam freely and have easy access to food and water. This creates an environment that is natural, pleasant, and conducive to healthy development. Meanwhile, automated technologies on modern farms regulate the amount of feed and water that animals consume, so reducing the amount of time spent by humans and maximizing efficiency. All of the necessary vitamins and minerals are provided to the ducklings through the consumption of a nutrient-dense feed that has been carefully prepared for them. The amount of protein and energy that ducklings require is significantly more than that of chicks. In addition, their diet is modified to provide necessary support for their digestive system, which has naturally adapted to an environment that is more water-oriented. As they develop, they are given the opportunity to consume water and learn how to swim because they are exposed to water at a young age. Not only does this contribute to the preservation of their overall health, but it also helps bolster their digestive system and builds the groundwork for their complete development during the course of their growth. After receiving thorough care for approximately 5 to 6 months, after the ducklings have reached their full maturity, they are moved to other farms for the purpose of producing eggs or meat. The fact that ducks have webbed feet and tend to move slowly, in contrast to other varieties of fowl, makes them more likely to slip and fall when they are in a crowded environment. The solution that farmers often employ to handle this issue is the utilization of specialized mesh pens in conjunction with sloped ramps that form a limited passage, similar to a duck elevator, which enables the ducks to step up on their own. Through the use of this strategy, their safety is ensured, and the stress level is reduced throughout the travel. It is possible for a mature female duck to lay between 200 and 250 eggs in a single year, particularly during the spring and summer months. This provides the market with a resource of eggs that is both abundant and of good quality. Ducks, on the other hand, are known to be very negligent mothers, in contrast to hens, which are capable of painstakingly brooding their eggs. The majority of the time, after they have laid their eggs, they immediately abandon the nest, demonstrating no interest in caring for their young and leaving the process of incubation entirely up to humans. On account of this carefree behavior, farmers need to be particularly skilled in the process of collecting and preserving the eggs in order to guarantee the eggs' quality and safety. A percentage of the duck eggs that are collected is then processed into salted duck eggs, which are a tasty delicacy that many people take pleasure in eating. The first step in the process involves giving the eggs a thorough washing in order to remove any dirt or other contaminants from the shell. After that, each egg is meticulously examined to ensure that only the unfertilized ones are chosen for the final product, which guarantees the highest possible quality. Afterwards, the artists produce a mixture of curing mud, which is normally composed of red clay, white salt, and water, and it is mixed until it is completely smooth. It is possible that this stage will be completed manually or with the assistance of machines, depending on the scale of the manufacturing. When the liquid has reached the desired consistency, it is then applied to the eggs, resulting in the formation of a thick layer that resembles armor. Over the course of the curing process, This layer makes it possible for the salt and minerals to gradually infiltrate the shell structure. Within a single batch of this curing mud, approximately 150 eggs can be coated. Approximately 30 to 40 days are required for the eggs to cure after they have been coated in the curing mud. The eggs are then placed in a warm, shaded setting that is away from direct sunshine. During this time, the eggs go into a state of hibernation, during which they gradually settle down and take in the essence of the natural seasonings. This makes it possible for a miraculous metamorphosis to take place within the yolk. Following the completion of the curing period, the eggs are retrieved and cleaned in a cautious manner in order to remove the layer of mud remaining on them. In spite of the fact that the egg's outward appearance does not alter, this is the point at which the most miraculous transformation is displayed. The yolk seems to be a rich crimson color when it is cracked open, and it resembles priceless diamonds in appearance. It is soft and translucent, like jelly, and it shines with a beauty that is pure and bright. The egg yolks are put in an orderly fashion on trays after any remaining egg white has been removed by rinsing. After that, a fine mist of alcohol is sprayed over them, not only for the purpose of preserving them, but also to enhance the distinctive flavor of the salted eggs. In the final step, the salted egg yolks are either carefully placed into storage bags or immediately used in the preparation of well-known meals. Some examples of these dishes include mooncakes with salted egg yolk, salted egg fried rice, and salted egg custard buns. The rich, savory, and creamy flavor of the yolks elevates these recipes to a higher level, giving a further layer of complexity and perfection to each and every bite. Duck eggs that have been salted are not only a highly prized ingredient in the kitchen, but they are also an indispensable component of the culinary tradition of Asian countries. When it comes to meat ducks, the process starts when the ducks are removed from their enclosures and driven to the processing factory by automobiles that are specifically designed for the purpose. As soon as the ducks arrive at the processing factory, they are immediately transported to specialized areas that have been assigned for the initial stage of preparation. In a manner that is both efficient and meticulous, workers who are skilled and well-trained carry out all of the essential measures in order to thoroughly prepare the ducks for the subsequent processing phases. This preparation procedure comprises critical activities, such as removing the internal organs in a precise and meticulous manner. This is done to ensure that the meat keeps its optimal quality and satisfies the technical criteria for the subsequent processing steps. At the same time, the entire exterior surface of the duck is meticulously cleaned, which includes making sure that any dirt, pollutants, or other undesirable substances that have adhered to the skin are totally removed. All of these phases are backed by contemporary manufacturing lines that are automated and specifically designed to make the entire process faster, more accurate, and significantly more efficient in comparison to the labor that is done manually. During the entire process of food preparation, the utilization of cutting-edge technology equipment not only reduces the amount of time necessary to do these duties, but it also improves consistency and ensures that food is held in the highest possible standards of cleanliness and safety. Following the completion of the processing step, the ducks are sent to a sophisticated chilling system that is designed to retain and maintain the highest possible level of freshness in the meat. It is during this stage that the ducks are completely submerged in a cold water bath that has temperatures that are precisely controlled. This allows for the ducks' bodies to be cooled in a quick and effective manner. This rapid chilling procedure not only helps to preserve the quality of the meat, but it also inhibits the growth of germs, which helps to prevent the meat from going bad or deteriorating as a result of residual heat from earlier stages. Immediately following the immersion in cold water, the ducks are carefully removed and hung on racks designed specifically for the purpose of chilling them inside of a chilling chamber. This chilling chamber is built on a big scale and is extremely efficient. It has the capacity to treat hundreds of ducks in an hour while maintaining a consistent and efficient cooling system throughout the entire operation. Vertically hanging the ducts allows cold air to circulate evenly throughout the surface of the meat, which in turn facilitates good drainage and reduces the amount of extra moisture that is present on the meat. This step is incredibly important since it helps to maintain the meat's original quality throughout the succeeding processing phases, which eventually results in an increase in the value of the final product when it is sold to customers. Once the ducks have been thoroughly chilled and sprayed with cool water to retain moisture, they are then meticulously packaged in order to maintain their freshness and assure their safety throughout the transportation process to the subsequent stages of processing. Following this step, the ducks are transported to specialist processing facilities, which is when the preparation of the roast duck procedure officially starts. Either the ducks are suspended on hooks while hot water is poured uniformly over their bodies, or they are completely submerged in a kettle of boiling water. Both solutions are viable options. The skin is able to become smooth, taut, and correctly prepared with this method, which enables it to obtain that trademark crispness after roasting. It should be noted that the boiling water is not merely plain. It is infused with natural herbs and spices such as lime leaves, peppercorns, and mugwort leaves, which results in a mild perfume that absorbs into the skin in a gentle manner. In addition to enhancing the flavor, this phase also prepares the groundwork for a subsequent marination process that will be characterized by a profoundly aromatic and savory flavor. Immediately following the scalding process, the ducks are allowed to drain completely before being placed in the oven to be roasted. The ducks are roasted for around 30 to 40 minutes, once the oven has been preheated to a high temperature. While the meat on the interior continues to be moist and tender, the skin is able to become golden and crispy as a result of this. When the duck has reached the desired level of doneness, it is then cut into bite-sized pieces. The flesh inside is delicate and juicy, and the skin is crispy, which results in a flavor that is both rich and delicious. The slices of duck that have been roasted and served hot are put on a platter and are prepared to be served. Roast duck is the ideal dish for celebratory parties or mealtimes with the family because of its robust flavor, skin that is crispy and savory, and flesh that is naturally sweet and tender.